today's live stream we're doing on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram right now. So if you guys have any questions, be sure to hashtag Q before asking your question. Today's live topic is how to get a free luau in Hawaii, Oahu, which is Toa Luau. We're going to tell you pros, cons, and tips of experiencing Toa Luau. And then we also, of course, going to give you COVID updates and everything is what is going on the island. We've been getting so many questions asking if you guys should cancel or not. So we have created a video on giving you perspectives on if you guys need to cancel or not. But
and today, a lot of people seem a little confused. People are like, questions are coming in now, like, are luau's canceled? Are the beach closed? None of that is really happening. We will get down to the nitty-gritty of everything and what you need to know, what the restrictions are as of today. Of course, things can always change, but we're going to give it to you straight as usual. If you're new to our live stream, make sure you hashtag new as well. We'd like to know, who's new. We'd like to welcome you guys as usual. We're going to start things off in this live with obviously the main topic and what's pretty much on everyone's mind is with the COVID situation here in Hawaii. Yes, it's out of control. Yes, it's like spiking like so much. Yes, hospitals are full. And I'm sure you guys have been on social media and you're hearing all these different things. Our hospitals are overswamped. They are packed to capacity. Some hospitals are not even accepting patients, like if you had a trauma or anything like that, where you would normally get a room. All the rooms are taking. It's just the hospitals are a mess right now. And it's kind of a reflection of what it once was when COVID last year was at its peak in some of our states and hospitals were closed. Now here in Hawaii, that's what we're experiencing. So it's happening pretty much a year later. So I'm going to bring you up to date, first of all, with these things as far as the numbers go. And then from there, we'll move on with a little bit more details and then we'll take some Q&A. Cool? Okay, so just today, about 2 hours ago, I received the notice, and we have 1,035 new infections now and 9 deaths. 9 deaths. To put that in perspectives, last year, smack dab in the middle of COVID, we were averaging about 25 cases or less. That was when we were smack dab in the middle of the COVID infections last year. Now we're at over 1,000. We're averaging in the 800s a day of new infections. That's how bad it is right now. So you could see the difference in numbers. It's almost like 5-10 times the amount. We are 62.3% vaccinated as a whole, as a state, and everyone is getting more vaccinated, especially now that I think it was Pfizer, right? That basically approved their shot. So now we're hoping that more people, yes, FDA approved. So now we're hoping more people would get shots here and our numbers will go down. But as of now, the numbers continuously are rising. It's not getting any better, unfortunately. And now they're even saying it with children that are in the hospital right now, but those numbers are rising as small as I think less than a year old. So more and more cases. Before it was older people. That's not the case. The Delta virus is just creating havoc right now. So as you guys may or may not have known, Governor Ige has stated now is not the best time to visit Hawaii. It's not that you cannot visit Hawaii. Now is just not the best time to do so.
Well, I think when he did his conference, right? He said he's limiting travel to essential travel and business travel.
Yes.
But tourists are still coming. Tourists are still not limited or banned or anything like that. You're still allowed to come in.
You're still allowed to come in the way you normally would if you have your vaccinations. You come in, you upload your vaccine card, and then you will be fine. So everything is fine as of that. But he's putting the word out there that technically you should not be traveling to Hawaii, but travel is still open. A lot of you guys were asking, is it going to go in lockdown? Lockdown has been a big, big thing. Like, what if I get there and things get locked down?
Mm-hmm.
According to Ige, he's stating that if things get worse, he will implement more restrictions, but lockdown is further fetched. For them to lock everything down, to go back to that economic strain, that's going to be very, very hard for them to do. So right now, lockdown is not even a thing right now. As he says, if it gets worse, which it is getting worse, there's a lot of other restrictions he could put into place to make things a little bit better, and hopefully we can get through this. But lockdown right now is not really a focus. Let's see. The reason, obviously, also with the travels and the 72-hour implementing the 72-hour the pre-travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's also hard because based on the CDC guidelines, CDC says if you're vaccinated, it's okay to travel. That's what the CDC is saying. So if you're vaccinated, they can't tell you not to travel. So basically, that's what it comes down to. And that's what makes it right. They can't turn you away, and that's what makes it so hard. So it's a very difficult step. But again, to recap, yes, we are going through a tremendous spike here. Yes, the governor did say now is not a good time to travel to Hawaii in any one of the islands, because every island is dealing with this in a different way. For example, Maui is averaging about 85 a day. That's, again, really, really, really high. They're asking for residents to actually stay home for 21 days. If you don't have to leave, don't leave your home. That's what they're asking.
They're just asking, so it's not a requirement.
Right.
They're just asking.
Just a request. Also, they're asking for employers to reinstate work from home. So they're saying if you're an employer, you can, have your workers work from home. Like, let's do so within a 21-day period, just so they can get over this hump. And then they're asking visitors, if you are in Maui or you are planning on coming to Maui, stay in your resort. Like, don't go around, because you're liable to, get sick, or, it's just not a good situation. Big Island, again, 128 cases. It's just, again, the spike in all the islands. I think Kauai is one of the ones with the lowest, but still high in comparison. So now they're looking to do this. They're looking to roll out what's going to be called like kind of the digital passport, the vaccine passport. So basically it's on your card, and they're going to ask for this when you go to gyms, bars, and restaurants. So if you're going to any restaurants to eat out, you have to kind of have that on your phone. They look at it or they scan it, whatever it might be, and that's how you're able to get in.
But they don't know yet when exactly
they're looking to roll this out by Labor Day. And it's going to be called digital smart health card. So there's a lot of places that have already implemented this already. So it's like, this is nothing new. So again, if you're going to restaurants, it's not going to hold you up, because someone doesn't really have to come out and ask you for it. You just kind of show it on your phone, and then that's how you're going to have access to get into restaurant, bars, or any type of events. If you do not have this digital smart health card that's going to be available for your phone, because you're not vaccinated, then you have to show a 72-hour COVID test to say that you are negative to enter the restaurant.
Wow.
So that they're looking to roll that out by Labor Day. Will they? We don't know, but that is the talks, and it looks like that will be the next thing that's going to happen.
Also, a lot of people are asking if the restrictions are statewide, or different islands still have their different rules. At the moment, all the restrictions are the same, right, Devon? So it's 50% capacity,
right,
for indoor activities. Large gatherings are limited to 25 people outdoors and 10 people indoors. So a lot of you also are confused about large gatherings in groups, and generally people doing like tours separately. So like, let's say we're in a couple and we go on a catamaran ride. That catamaran ride does not have to cap at 25 people, even though it's outdoors, because we're not all one group. We're just individual people who are just still doing our best to social distance, but we're not mingling with each other.
Right.
So that's how they really limit. So all your activities, Polynesian Cultural Center, it doesn't have to be 25 people. Polynesian Cultural Center does like guided groups to guide you through villages, and they are capped at 25 people.
And luau's are treated like restaurants. So as you can see on the side, this is current. The information I put up on the side there, that's current. So the group size is 10 people indoors, 25 people outdoors. The restaurants are 50% capacity, as Irina mentioned, 6 feet apart. If you're traveling to Hawaii, you have to be you have to have your vaccination or a negative COVID test 72 hours before coming to the island. And inter-island travel, there are no requirements. So if you're already here or in one of the other Hawaiian islands and you're traveling inter-island, no worries, no nothing. You can travel without any type of any issues.
So later on in the future, restrictions may vary island to island, and we will keep you updated if any new restrictions come up specifically for each individual island. But so far, they're statewide, they're all the same. And so I called a few companies and asked them how their tours are being affected with COVID. So a lot of companies actually have been operating at 50%. Polynesian Cultural Center actually has been operated at 40%, even though the capacity was allowed to 50%. And Polynesian Cultural Center everything is outdoors anyway. So they're just making the choice to operate at the lower capacity to keep everyone safe. And the space is really big, and there is really a lot of space to social distance. So Polynesian Cultural Center, some packages booked till December 8th, guys. And I asked if they have been getting cancellations, and they have. So even though if you go to their main page and see that the package is booked till October, November, or December, still go into the booking and check different dates. Some dates will tell you no, not available, but some dates will have some openings. So even though on the main pricing page of the site that says, oh, we are booked out, still go in and click on different dates to see if anything opens up. Koaloa Ranch is actually operating at 100%. And there are only 3 tours that are being affected by the new restrictions, and those are the tours that are being held inside the bus. But they are limiting passengers to 25 people per bus, and they're adding an extra bus.
And of course, weddings are getting hit hard because of this, obviously because of the amount of people. So if you were planning on coming here and it was due to a wedding and you had a large crowd, you could pretty much hang that one up and start calling and trying to deal with cancellations if you haven't done so by now, because that one gets shot in the leg for sure.
Yeah, and so again, if you're asking, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Appreciate you guys. If you're asking how are the weddings different from luau's, if there are still people gathering, the weddings, again, they're groups of people who know each other and who would potentially go in and mingle with each other, versus luau, when you come with your family, even if your family is under 10 people indoors or whatever, you're just staying together with your family. You don't go in and start mingling with other guests.
Right. So as far as anyone looking to do luau's or still have luau bookings, rest assured it should be fine.
Yeah, and again, most luau's actually do not operate at 100% capacity. They keep a 50% capacity as previously, just to keep everyone safe. And so most likely what's going to happen is people who do cancel the spots will open up for those who weren't able to book any activities due to limited availability, and they will still be able to accommodate you. So again, go in and click on different date options and see if you can find anything different open right now.
All right, let's get into some questions, guys.
Well, before we do that, I want to thank all our members. I see Devon is watching us all the way from Mexico. Thank you so much, Devon, for joining.
We have some new members.
We have Rachel. Thank you so much. And Rachel is new to our chat.
Yes.
Welcome, Rachel.
Please do us a favor and hit that like button.
We get the question is, are you guys still planning to move out of Hawaii in October?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll talk about that. James, James, a new member.
Thank you so
much
for
becoming a member. So, talking about members, so you want to get into that, Irina, a little bit? So, what it is to become a member, we have different tiers, just to get on that really quickly. And based on the tier that you choose, there are different perks. And I just want you guys to know that whenever we provide the perk, that based on the level that you choose, all that information, you'll get a notification, and it will be in the community tab. So some of them, we give you guys photos from here, from Oahu, whether it's a drone photo or a photo that I've taken here around the island. What else, Irina?
We do once a month a live stream just for members, and you get a badge for the lowest tier, so and really cool you get to vote for our next
upcoming
vlogs.
Videos. Yes, so you guys will be able. We do polls, and you guys will, of course, the members will be able to vote, and you guys decide what type of vlog you guys would like to see. Aman asked, coming to Oahu this Sunday, is there any restrictions on going to the beach? No restrictions. All beaches are open and operating exactly the way they should.
I feel like the tourism industry has not yet gotten affected much. Again, the only thing that got affected is the capacity, but a lot of companies have been already operating, still have been operating since last year at 50%. So even that, they are not going to cancel your activity because they were been already at limited capacity.
I want to say a big aloha to our new time coming to our live stream, Steph. Aloha,
Steph.
Yes.
So I have a question on Instagram. Going on Wednesday, I have filled out safe travels, but where's questionnaire? A lot of people being confused with the questionnaire. It specifically says that this is a 24-hour health questionnaire. That means you need to fill it out 24 hours prior to your departure. So as you filled out your trip, you also entered when your flight is, when it's departing. So they will not allow you to fill out the health questionnaire earlier.
Just go ahead and fill out the questionnaire. The questionnaire is really simple. It's not like the first portion that you filled out. It's just a few questions that says, do you have a fever? Have you been coughing? Just really quick questions. Boom, boom, boom. And you submit it, and boom, you get your QR code right away. Make sure you take a snapshot of it and have it on your phone. So when you go to the airport, you will be able to, check in using the QR code, or when you arrive here in Hawaii, depending on what airlines or what city you're flying from. Allison is asking, are masks required?
And actually, Rob is also asking here on Instagram, do you have to wear a mask on the beach? So let's get into mask mandates. So
the mask mandates, you don't have to wear masks on the beach. It's not mandated.
Or outdoors.
But when you go into an establishment, such as a restaurant, a hotel, a bar, obviously you walk in, you have to have your mask on. Once you're seated and you're actively eating or drinking, you could take the mask off. Now, what Irene and I have been noticing as we're walking through Waikiki is pretty much majority of the people have their masks on as they're just walking through and strolling through Kalakaua Avenue. They just have their mask on, which wasn't the case even a couple months ago. People were walking around It's very, you can count the people that had masks on.
Now it's way more.
It's totally the opposite. Everyone has their mask on.
Well, it's also recommended to wear a mask if there are a lot of people around you. If you go to swap meat market or kaka'ako farmers market, they ask you to put the mask on. But Kalakaua Avenue is very busy. There's so many people. There are also people standing in lines. So a lot of people are actually choosing to wear masks in crowded areas outdoors.
I have a question here from Rachel. She also says a friend who just got back from Maui said the grocery stores were not staying well stocked. Is that the same case in Oahu?
No.
We see no difference in the supermarkets, Walmart, ABC stores, different stores here. We actually see no difference.
We actually did not see any difference at all.
At all, yeah. Actually, that's true. We haven't seen anything.
It's the same lines going inside the restaurants. It's just the only difference is literally just that people have been wearing more masks outdoors. That's really the only difference. And Susie is asking, are there still long lines, crowds large, or have travel slowed down? It's still a lot of people, Susie.
There's still a lot of people, but there has been a lot of cancellations. A lot of visitors are canceling their trip that they had planned, because the reason we know that is that the activities that and companies that we have worked with in the past, we've called them up and we've asked them, hey, how's everything going? Has this been affecting you? The fact that now and they're like, yes, we are getting cancellations. So people are definitely canceling. That's for sure.
And
but there's still a lot of people
we
here.
received a message from our subscriber saying that her friend works in one of the hotels, I think Hyatt, and they've been getting 70% cancellations.
Yeah, that's a lot.
If you guys find this information useful, valuable, be sure to click thumbs up on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube.
We greatly appreciate it. So T is asking, 24 hours before coming to Hawaii, you have to go on a safe travels program and answer the question. What about when you return home? Do you have to go back and answer these questions again?
No.
You don't.
They don't care.
Only to come to Hawaii.
They just want to go home.
It's
You're done with your vacation, go home.
Upon leaving, you don't have to take any tests. You don't have to do anything. You can just leave. So you don't have to really be prepared for that. Gary is asking, is swap meet still open?
Yep.
Swap meet is still open.
Yeah.
Chris is asking, how can subscribers join the JBO membership?
Thank you, Chris. So the membership is only on YouTube, and under each video and on the main homepage of our channel, we have a button for it says join, and once you click that join button, there are 3 options of 3 different memberships that you can choose from.
For the 72-hour COVID test, when does the 72 hours start exactly? I'm really confused about this one. And a lot of people are confused. They know they have a very small window to operate in, and they want to make sure they get it right, because they don't want to get here and then all of a sudden it's their 73 hours and then they freak out.
All right, so we have done 2 videos on step-by-step instructions on how to take the 72-hour test, what test will qualify, how to fill everything out, and how to actually calculate that. And the second one is how to, again, create your profile and how to upload your vaccine cards to the profile. So the way you calculate the 72-hour test is from the departure time of the last leg of your flight. So for example, if you're flying from Texas to Las Vegas to Honolulu, you have to calculate the 72-hour from your departing time of Las Vegas to Honolulu. So if you have a layover, if you have a straight flight, you calculate from departure time from that city. So also just keep in mind, if there is a time difference in zones between your layover, for example, if you're flying from New York to LA to Honolulu, New York and LA have 3 hours different time difference. So you need to calculate the time of your test on LA time zone, Pacific time. So make sure if you have a layover, that's going to be the time that you have to calculate it from.
Hope that helps.
Yeah.
And it is confusing.
Thank you so much. Thank you for answering
Rachel.
my question. We really appreciate all your super chats. If you missed
all your memberships,
of course. If we missed a question, be sure to hashtag Q and ask it again, or you can always super chat us, and that is the feature only available on YouTube, and we will answer your question in the priority manner.
The Hawaiians welcome tourists. I've been in Waikiki when the lockdown started in March 2020, and at that time some guys cruised up and down the streets in their cars waving banners, tourists go home. Yes, that was an actual thing, and that is kind of the thing here now. That's the buzz, amongst the locals. They really don't want visitors to come to the island right now just because of what they're going through, and they don't need more people coming to the island, which makes things a little bit more complex, because we all know, even if you do come to the island and you are vaccinated, you're not 100%, right? That doesn't mean you can't catch the virus or even spread it in that situation. So not to make things even more complicated by having hundreds of thousands of more tourists here, that's kind of where they're coming from, where right now they prefer that tourists kind of stay away from Hawaii for a while.
But when you come here, you will not encounter anything.
Yes, you will not see that.
Welcome,
Richard. Thank you
so
for
much.
becoming a new member. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
And Tanya, thank you so much for your super chat donation. Support. We appreciate it. First of all, what's a luau? Luau is an organized event with some entertainment of different Polynesian dances and songs and storytelling and a traditional Hawaiian dinner. So all luau's are different. Typically it is a buffet, but right now buffets, actually PCC still does buffet. They give you gloves, but most luau's serve you plate with everything that they offer. So we recently visited Toa Luau, and we thank you so much, Toa Luau, for having us. We had an absolutely incredible time. And this is my personal favorite luau. We have been in different luaus before, and we have published a vlog. So if you guys haven't seen it, be sure to check it out and see what it is about. Toa Luau is located in Waimea Valley. It's a sacred place. It's a private reserve, botanical garden, bird sanctuary, and a waterfall. And we also have published a vlog this week about Waimea Valley. So we will leave all the links in the YouTube description below, so you can check it out. So the pros of Toa Luau. There are again, as I mentioned before, different luaus have different offer different things. Traditionally, it's just your show, in evening entertainment, and dinner. Toa Luau, though, offers cultural activities. So when you arrive, there are different activities that you hands-on can participate.
Right.
Which is a lot of fun.
Really
I did poi ball spinning. It was a lot of fun, and I messed up pretty bad.
I did coconut husking. You can make headbands weaving with palms of the coconut tree. So cool.
They do a presentation, and it's an experience. You get to learn things and see things. So it's not just you come in for dinner and watch the show and you're out. So there's a lot of things that you can do. And Tim is asking, how far in advance can you upload card to safe travels? Tim, thank you so much for your super chat question. You can upload it as far as you want it, but the only thing is you need to come back 24 hours before your flight to fill out that questionnaire and health questionnaire to get your QR code. And we thank Judy so much for the super sticker.
Thank you so much, Judy. Great,
and back to the pros of luau's. Some luau's, major luau's, do offer alcoholic drinks, and but some luau's don't. So if you want to have some drinks with your luau dinner, Toa Luau does offer it, and there are 3 packages that they offer, and first package comes with 1 drink, second package with 2 free drinks, and third comes with 3 free drinks, and their bartender is pretty good. So another pro is they do offer free parking. Some luau's, again, you have to pay for parking, so that's a plus. The really big plus is that they do offer with your luau free admission to Waimea Valley. So
really cool.
It's worth $20 to enter the valley per person. So I think it's a wow, it's a fantastic deal that they actually get your luau and admission to the valley. And if you want to see what the valley is looks like, you can see the link in the
description. Yeah. Okay. Just continue.
So next one is if you choose to go with Toa Luau, you will be supporting local businesses. Toa Luau is family owned and operated. They do everything, the entire family.
Yes.
When you enter and do your cultural activities, those are the people who teach you and tell you everything about that activity and everything you need to learn. Then they do the cooking presentation. The same people, they climb coconuts for you, coconut palms, and then they set up your tables. They bring up your food. They dance and sing for you. And what most people don't see is when they leave, they do break everything down as well. They take out the garbage, they fold all the chairs, they break down the stage as well.
Right. Because remember, this is kind of sort of a rented space for them. They don't own this space where they do this luau, so it's a part of the valley. So it's kind of, think of it kind of like a banquet hall, and you get it maybe once or twice a week. So you have to set it up and break it down every time because it's being used for other things as well. So that's what it's like there. And we stayed there long after everyone had left and went home, and we were just there
talking to the ohana.
Yeah, it was just amazing. We have a lot more coming with them for sure.
Another thing that I really love about it is that they provide fresh flower lace with all the packages. I checked prices for other packages, and for like your minimal package, you don't get a fresh flower lay. You get either kukui nut lay or shell lay, but not fresh flower lay. And you're paying over $100 for your luau. You know, I would want the fresh flower lay. So everyone, even your basic package, offers fresh flower lay. So another pro is that the seating area is covered, so it has a roof. It's still outdoors, but it has a roof, so if it does rain, your show is not gonna get ruined. I really don't know how other luau's operate that they're on just open air, and if it rains, I don't know what they do, because they don't have any type of tent set up or anything like that, so I'm not sure. So cons, right? We listed lots of pros. The only con is that Toa Luau does not provide transportation. They used to have transportation option, but they only had 3-4 people booking it, so unfortunately it wasn't worth it for them. So at the moment they do not provide transportation. There is a bus going to the North Shore and will take you back to Waikiki, the same bus, but the luau finishes at 8:45 p.m. And there is a little walk, about 10-15 minute walk from the entrance to the valley to the main road, to the bus stop.
But the bus stop is literally right across the road from the valley, so you don't have to walk.
But it's really dark. It's not that well lit. It's not that it's not going to be safe. I think it's going to be safe in that area on the North Shore. But again, it's just going to be late and dark, and it's going to take 2 hours to get back to Waikiki. So we personally didn't feel like after a full day of activity, getting back on the bus and going back to Waikiki on the bus. So we decided to rent Turo for 1 day. And I think that was a really good option. So for the tips of Toa Luau, because it offers you an admission to Waimea Valley, we do recommend to make a day out of it and go to the valley early. Enjoy your walk, enjoy cultural activities through the valley, check out the ancient Polynesian housing, maybe swim in a waterfall. It is included with your admission to the valley. They provide you life vests as well. Be sure to bring dry clothes, new clothes, towel if you do decide to swim in the waterfall. And make sure you do not wear bathing suits for the luau. Again, it's a dinner, so they expect you to dress for a dinner, not to dress for a beach. So be sure to bring change of clothes if you are planning to swim. So no bathing suits are allowed. And in the valley itself, there's a lot of mosquitoes. So be sure to bring a bug spray, even if you're just walking through the valley. On the luau itself, we did not get bit by mosquitoes. We did not even feel it
at all. This is when you're walking through the valley, and the valley has a main path, and it's concrete, so it's really easy, really nice path to walk. But sometimes there are some parts of the path that strays off, and you can go off into another direction, and it becomes kind of dirt. So, if and it's near a river or a stream that flows down from the valley. So that area is always moist, which is what mosquitoes love. So sometimes when you go off the main path and you go onto these little side roads that cut back in, then you'll get bit by mosquitoes. But yeah, I remember, I think when Chris was there with us the last time, he got eaten up by mosquitoes.
I got eaten. I forgot about the bug spray, and I only remember when
but we were at the luau, while we were there, we did not get.
And also the valley is it's a valley, so it's kind of like next to a stream, right? The waterfall goes, so it tends to be cooler. It's a lot of shade. So if you are coming wintertime, if you tend to get cold, be sure to bring a sweater.
Yes.
Also, another tip is keep an eye out for peacocks. They usually hang out in the area where the luau is, and they go up in the trees.
They fly up in the evening time. They fly right up. There's a massive tree that they go in all the time. And they just run and fly up into the trees, and that's where they sleep, and then they come back down. And
we went to the valley several times during the day, and we were trying to look for those peacocks. We could never find them. But when we did go to Waimea Valley, right in the parking lot, we saw a peacock just walking around parking lot. Then I saw one sitting above staircase on a structure where you have your Waimea Valley shops and the bar, and the peacock is sitting right on top on the staircase. It was really funny.
Yeah.
And what else? The main thing is bring a little bit of cash for tips, because the drinks included in your luau package. I completely forgot my wallet, and we didn't have any cash, and I really wanted to tip them. So be sure, if you enjoyed the show, if you're getting drinks, just make sure you have a little bit of cash to tip. The last tip that I want to give is make sure you come early to do all the cultural activities that Toa Luau offers. and they start at 4:45. So make sure you enter at 4:45, and you can go straight to the lawn to do all the cultural activities that they offer. They're a lot of fun. And also what I love about the ohana that runs to Luau is they're super nice and genuine. And if you have any questions about living in Hawaii, about the Polynesian way of living, they will answer all your questions.
Happily so.
Yeah, and give you history, or they're very knowledgeable. We partnered up with Toa Luau, and we thank them so much for providing 2 VIP tickets for you guys, so you can experience Toa Luau. In our opinion, is the best luau you can go to. And the VIP package includes VIP sitting area, which is right next to the stage. It includes everything, all the activities, fresh lay, and it includes 3 drink tickets for adults. So we left the link in the description. You can enter the giveaway. All you need to do is enter with your either email or Facebook, and it's points system. So the more, if you share the giveaway, if you follow us on Instagram, follow Toa Luau, if you watch our Toa Luau video, and other things, that you get points.
Right, you start racking up those points, which will give you a greater chance of winning.
And the more points you get, the more chances to win you will receive as well. And the winner will be selected randomly. And you can find the link in our YouTube description below this video. And if you're watching on our Instagram, just head over to our bio and click in the link, and right on top the orange button will be to enter the giveaway. I'll get questions from Instagram. Be sure to hashtag Q. So I get a question: how is Kahala Beach? Kahala Beach is beautiful, and if you do decide to go to Kahala Beach, definitely check out Kahala Resort and walk through their grounds, and you can see the dolphins performing.
Aloha, Andrew. Yes, you did make it finally.
Thank you so much for joining us, Andrew.
I have a question on my end. Maria's asking, what about Chief Luau? Is it good?
Well, again, Chief Luau, as far as I know, does not offer activities, and that's what I really like. So the luau's that we've been to before, we recommend you PCC if you are on a budget. Why? Because it includes the entire day of activities plus a luau, but the luau is not as high production. It's kind of like they just throw something with your buffet, a little bit of luau entertainment. So, but PCC has an amazing production show at the end. That's why we recommend. But as far as if you're on rating PCC on the luau scale, it's a lower scale, a lower production, and just the value is not that great for the luau itself. But if you're looking at the entire package of PCC, it's great. Chief Luau is just regular luau that you go in, you eat your food, and you watch the show, and you leave. So it I'm not sure if it offers you free water park access. I will check it out. But so the difference between other luau's and Toa Luau is that the feel is a little bit different, because you just go, you eat, and you just watch the show. Yes, the show is nice, and it's nice to hear the storytelling and the music and the dances, but it's just like watching a show. With Toa Luau, not only you watch the show, but I feel connection. And to me, it's more valuable personally. And their fire dancers, guys, are mind-blowing.
Yeah, the fire dancing is sick.
The fire dancing is actually comparable to fire dancing at PCC production, big production.
And there's a little surprise in there, which I don't want to give it away, but you'll be amazed. In the fire dancing part, there's a part that you're like, wait, what? How is that even possible? I'm definitely not giving that one away.
Some other luau's have only 1 or 2 fire dancers. At Toa Luau, how many? Like 8 or 10 people. I think 10 people do fire dancing, and they do different tricks with the fire stick, and they. I'm not even gonna ruin it for you. You have to watch that. It's their fire show is incredible. Do you guys have any restrictions on tours going down to Waipio Black Sand Beach? There are no restrictions. I don't think so. You can there are different tours, and the tours that are going to Waimea Valley are really small. So there are just small vans, and if they just decide to do 10 people, so it's pretty much how they are. So I really don't think there are any restrictions, but you can visit Waimea Valley yourself. All you need to do is to get a 4x4 Jeep to actually make it down the sand, and it's
or you can just walk down, because we did it.
Yeah, but I mean it's
a lot. It's a lot. It's steep going down, going up and going down. Andy is asking, how long has Toa Luau been entertaining in Waimea Valley?
6 years, guys. Any restrictions when visiting Hanauma Bay? Hanauma Bay is very limited right now, and you do have to make a reservations. I think 36 hours before.
Yes.
Before you come, but it is very hard to make reservations, and pretty much the 2 minutes in after they open the reservations, it's gone. So right now it's close to impossible to make a reservation at Hanauma Bay.
Yeah. How are the two of you coping with the increase of infection rate? Have you changed any of your daily habits to cope?
Jason, our daily habits is to stay home and edit and work and research. But yeah, most of the time, even though we do live in Hawaii, most of our time is spent home working. So no.
And when we do go out and we go to Waikiki again, we observe different things and how people are really, is there a lot more people out? And we kind of just let you guys know, hey, we were walking around Kalakaua Avenue and it was like really slammed out there, or there's not that many people. And, we can actually see the difference of how many people are actually actively walking the streets and out and about.
Sabine is asking, will you guys be staying in Hawaii for a while still? You provide great updates. Thank you so much, Sabine. We are planning to leave at the end of October, unless something drastic changes and countries will start closing down. But so far, we are planning to leave. But again, in 2 months, a lot of things might change. So far we do have 2 months here. So if you guys need us to create any type of videos on what to do, where, and if anything on Hawaii, we'll be happy to do that. Just leave it in the comment what it is that you need help with, and we might do a video. And we have a super chat question. Thank you so much. Best place to snorkel on Oahu other than Hanauma Bay?
Well, I heard Shark's Cove is really good, but not so. Shark Cove has like a very shallow area with a lot of rocks and dead coral. People snorkel there, but for like people who really know, they snorkel kind of outside of that.
But it's also could be dangerous.
It could be dangerous.
It's not good for wintertime, because wintertime it just gets swallowed with
forget
waves.
About it. You don't want to do that wintertime.
3 Table is also a really popular spot to snorkel.
Beach is really good, but you have to be careful there again as well. But that's a really good snorkel spot as well.
And
Turtle Bay area.
Turtle Bay area also is good, because again, they have a lot of coral, they have a lot of turtles there, so you can snorkel there. Thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you for always keeping us up to date. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So I guess that's it. So again, guys, quick recap. Below this video, there is the link so that you can join in and you can win Toa Luau VIP pass 2 of them.
That will be valid actually for 2 years, guys.
Right, 2 years is going to be valid. So even we understand things are kind of crazy right now here in Hawaii, and you might not be coming now, but it's valid for 2 years. So there you go. So the link is below. Just sign up to it, and you'll be good to go. You'll be entered to win.
And if you're watching on Instagram, the link is in the bio.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining our live stream, and also check out our shop. We have a variety of Hawaii-inspired designed merchandise, T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and so many other different things. And it is exclusively designed by us. So check it out. We will leave the link in the description as well.
Yes. So we thank you for your support, and we thank you guys for being with us for this hour. Again, keep in mind, if anything changes, we will come and we will bring it to you. So we will always keep you guys up to date. If you haven't followed us on Instagram as well as yet, you can do so, because we go live on Instagram a lot of times as we're walking around and we see something interesting. We will go live and bring it to you. So,
and if you are on Pinterest, we have a Pinterest account and TikTok account as well.
Trying to cover all the bases, right? Okay, fantastic. I guess that's it. And as usual, we will see you guys in the next one.
Cheers.